Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 152. I've heard that this week's chapter is very short, only 9 pages, so for this limited time only, you're going to get a 2-for-1 deal. The first half of this video is going to be the reaction, and the second half is going to be the review, so this will be out a little later than my reactions normally are, but we're going to get like a normal length video out of it, I assume. So without further ado, let's get on with this reaction. Alright, I believe this chapter is called Perfect Preparation Epilogue. Mother, no, stay away. Mother, please listen. Why? Why did you... Alright, what are we seeing here? This is a kitchen? It seems like this kitchen is not being attended to very well. Back then, why did you ask me to come back? Good question. After a battle to the death, Maki succeeded in defeating Naoya with a single blow. What is the fate of the Zenin clan? Good question. I mean... presumably you still have the women and children. What is this? You went back to cooking immediately after you thought that your daughter was gonna get killed? What is this about? No, no, please no. Oh, what just happened? Someone is gurgling. We just see everyone's dead. The whole place is fucking destroyed. Everybody is deceased. Yeah, someone's like gurgling, we see a blood trail. Oh shit, Naoya, hello. Didn't finish me off properly. That bitch. Hello? Oh shit. Maki's mom, why is your throat cut open? Who did that? Damn it. I can't control my cursed energy. Shit. I'm glad I gave birth to them. Whoa. My. Oh, hello, Momo. How are you? Oh, are the Kyoto students here now? Fun. That's why I told her not to go. Yeah, Momo and Mai were like kind of friends, right? Damn. I'll leave the rest to you. What are you gonna do now, Maki? On that day, 6 Hei and 21 Kukuru squad members were reported missing and shortly found to have died of unnatural causes. No cursed energy residue was found at the scene. Trace amounts of cursed energy from a cursed tool could be detected from their wounds. Days later, the Gojo and Kamo clans proposed to Jujutsu headquarters the removal of Zenin clan from the 3 great families. The commissioner currently has the decision on hold. Yeah, and so, due to Akutami's health and the insistence, apparently, of the Weekly Shonen Jump editorial staff, Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be going on hiatus for about a month. It's not determined now exactly how long it's going to be, but Gege said for about a month. So, yeah. Well, that was the reaction. Interesting. So it seems the Zenin clan really is done for good now. And I guess now he is dead. Cool, I guess. Oh well. Kind of fitting that he got killed by a woman who wasn't even a sorcerer. Oh well, later, bitch. Assuming you're dead. Assuming you're dead. I'll see you around, bitch. Yeah, so... with that out of the way, let's get over to the review. And here we are, in the review. Since this is the start of a new segment, I guess. I'll take this opportunity to do my normal self-promotion. So... if you're already a fan of the content I produce on this channel and you're not subscribed, you might as well to help me reach my subscriber goal for 2021, hitting 5,000 by the end of the year. If you enjoy other series such as Kengan Omega and Record of Ragnarok, I do videos in this series as well, both here and on my backup channel, which I've created and linked in the description, because I have 2 copyright strikes on this channel, so you should go and subscribe to that one in case anything happens to this channel. And the last thing, if you want to help support me and the channel directly, while also getting access to some extra content, you can always join my Patreon. I have it linked down in the description. So, now, time to start talking about this chapter a little in depth. Once again, it's only 9 pages, so I'm going to try and milk as much out of this as I possibly can. First big thing in this chapter, it seems like Naoya is fucking dead. And so is Maki's mom. She has this knife, but the knife isn't bloody at all. So based on the first part of this chapter where Maki's approaching her, it seems like Maki cut her mother's throat, I guess? It's really not clear. It's kind of implied from that scene that Maki did that to her, which, like, I kind of get, because she was, at the very least, verbally and emotionally abusive, so I don't know what else may have happened. I'm sure it wasn't as bad. Well, I'm severely doubting that anything her mom did was as bad as Ogi, murdering her and Mai, trying to at least, kind of indirectly murdered Mai. But yeah, so mom's out the picture. Maki has no family left. That's kind of depressing. I guess we'll have to see what happens there. And now you get stabbed in the back by Maki's mom because he is in really rough shape and can't control his cursed energy. So I guess now he is dead. Killed in very anticlimactic fashion by a woman who's not even a sorcerer. So, from his mind, the lowest of the low possible. Kind of ironic, don't you think? And I guess kind of fitting. Sure, I would have liked to have seen Naoya and Megumi interact. That would have been nice. But, as some people have said, I guess Gege really doesn't like playing with his toys after they've stopped being important. Doesn't really keep characters around any longer than they need to be. So, I guess this is just the end of Naoya's importance to the plot. Dude was only around for, like, not even 15 chapters. Yeah. So, really not that important of a guy. At the end of the chapter... Oh, right, before that, we actually see as Maki's mom passes away, she reminisces that she's glad she gave birth to Mai and Maki, which is quite interesting considering she's in the middle of dying, presumably because of Maki. So, it does go to show that she still did love them, even if that love was kind of fucked up and distorted, mostly because of the Zenin clan. She's probably happy that Maki destroyed the Zenin clan, because they were always terrible to her and to her children and all the women there. So, I guess she's proud of her in that respect at the very least. Now, for real, the end of the chapter is Maki dumping off Mai's body. I say that like she's throwing her in a dumpster or something. Momo is here. Momo is here. She gives Momo Mai's body, and Momo is very upset. I'm pretty sure it's been established to some extent that Momo and Mai were pretty decent friends among the Kyoto students. So, that sucks. So she drops off her body with her and then leaves looking very stone-faced. And we get some narration about how they found a bunch of dead members of the Hei and Kukuru squads. There was no residual cursed energy, but there were trace amounts of it from cursed tools. And a few days later, the Gojo and Kamo clan proposed to Jujutsu headquarters that they remove the Zenin clans from the three great families. And the decision's currently on hold. So, that has some pretty big implications. It would mean that the big three Jujutsu families are now just going to be the big two, unless there are always going to be three, and they're going to replace the Zenin with a different clan. The only other one we really know about is the Inumaki clan, and we know nothing about them, like how big or how powerful they are. So, who knows what's going to happen there? Maybe they'll get replaced with the Inumaki clan, maybe we'll get introduced to a new one, assuming Gege decides to go down this plotline. Who knows? I personally think there are a lot of things that Gege could flesh out and delve into for like a whole arc, but if he doesn't have any plans for that and doesn't think it's relevant, then maybe it won't happen. Who knows? I know a lot of people didn't really like this little arc that we got because they had wanted a lot out of the Zenin clan. They wanted like a big whole arc. I've seen some people say that like the last 4 chapters feel like something that should have come at the end of an arc, which I kind of understand, but the Zenin, we pretty much learned everything we needed to about them through Maki and Mai. Throughout the story prior to this, we learned as much as we needed to about the Zenin clan. And they were always going to be part of Maki's story, and Maki is ultimately a side character. So, you wouldn't really dedicate like 20 chapters to a side character doing something. That's what you save the main cast for. You know, in the case from what we seem to be getting now, Yuji, Megumi, and Yuta. Those are the guys where you're gonna have them do something for 20 chapters. So, say what you will about it. Me personally, I thought this arc was really fun. It was really good. Very satisfying, and we got a few really fucking good chapters out of it. I would say the first 2 chapters of this arc, the first half, arguably 10 out of 10 chapters. At least the first one was. For the second one, 149, I would argue that that's a 10 out of 10 chapter, quite possibly. You do kind of have a bit of the continuity issue of Maki's stomach being cut open, like very clearly being cut open and then not being cut open the next chapter. Kind of weird, but it's not anything too major. Now for Maki, it seems like for the most part her character arc is over. She's lost her sister and she's destroyed the Zenin clan. She's become like Toji. We don't know if she's exactly the same as him, but she seems to have like the same gimmick going on now of having no curse energy and extremely heightened physical senses and I guess just physical attributes in general. So what's the deal with her from here on out? Well, we knew she was getting this power-up for the Cullen game, so I don't know if completing this arc is a death sentence like some people think it is, because once again, if the characters completed their arc, who knows what use Gege has for them in the story, and God knows, as I mentioned earlier, Gege doesn't really keep around characters that don't have any purpose in the plot anymore. But Maki still does seem to have a purpose, you know, fighting in the Cullen game, presumably fighting Hana Furusu, or Kurusu, Hana Kurusu, since she erases curse techniques and Maki doesn't have one. So, set up for that, and of course we always have her connections with the other second years. You could always have something involving them to give Maki something for her character in the future. I don't think it's over for Maki. I don't think that, like, she's just not going to be important anymore. I'm not really sure anyone thought that, but I think Maki's still going to have stuff going on. It's not big, important character development stuff. She's just going to be there, doing her thing, supporting the other characters, like side characters normally do. So that's alright, and I'm quite looking forward to seeing where Jujutsu Kaisen is going to go in the future, because well, we're going on a hiatus. Apparently, the reason that this chapter is so short, or probably the reason this chapter is so short, is that, as far as I understand, the Weekly Shonen Jump editorial staff told Gege, take a fucking vacation, you really need one right now, because the guy is not in terrible condition, but he's not doing great. He's not in tip-top shape. He got sick a little while ago, and hasn't really seemed to have gotten a good opportunity to just rest and recover. So he's not doing as well as he could be, so they're going to have him take a hiatus, and Gege says it's going to be for about a month. So, nothing crazy. We're not going on like a 6-month-long hiatus or a fucking 2-year-long hiatus like Hunter x Hunter. So, it's nothing crazy like that. And I wish Gege the best, because as we've seen recently, it's very important that mangaka get some time off to fucking relax for once. So, that's great for him, and that's ultimately going to be great for Jujutsu Kaisen, because when someone is overworked, stressed out, very tired, burnt out, they're not going to be at the top of their game, and their work is going to suffer because of it. So, if you want Jujutsu Kaisen to be at its best, you should be very happy about this hiatus. Sure, we won't get chapters for about a month, but when Gege does come back, he's going to be doing as good as he can. I think he said he's going to go at this like he's starting a whole new series, so he's pretty enthusiastic about it, and I am as well, so we'll just have to see what happens with that. Of course, Jujutsu Kaisen reactions and reviews are basically the main series on here, so I'm going to be doing a bunch of different videos. I've gotten a few suggestions. I think I'll be doing some arc reviews. I have some character videos planned. I think I'm going to do one theorizing about Hakari and what his ability is. And I'm also going to be doing a video at some point talking about Maki and Toji, comparing the two of them. my response to some people's claims that they are literally the same character now. So that should be fun. And if you're looking forward to that, you should subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and you'll be able to catch those when they come out. So, if you enjoyed this review, you should do that, I guess. If you enjoy other series such as Kengan Omega and Record of Ragnarok, I do videos in those series as well. If you enjoy discussing Jujutsu Kaisen with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce on this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have a link to that down in the description. Since it's the end of the video, it's time to give a shout out to my wonderful patrons: Archbear CJ2K, Fuse, Neo, Dijon Redden, Anthony Chavez, Honey Mustard, Zach Rowitz, K-God, Chris Redfield, Scratch23, Moonshadow935, and Rat. Thank you all very much for supporting me on Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. And if you too want to get a shout out at the end of videos or access to some extra content, you can always become a patron as well. There's a link to my Patreon down in the description. Thanks for watching. See you guys around. Take care.